sitting here in the kitchen having the same conversation that we had last year. Every year, same conversation, same kitchen, feels like deja vu, friend.
Listen to you, friend, with your French. But like you said, everything is expensive. Bread is a luxury. Petrol is like putting fuel in a rocket, and now the contribution increases. I don't know how I'm going to afford it.
My jaw dropped when I saw that email, hey?
Hey colleagues.
Hello.
Sorry
How
to
are
disturb.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good,
Right,
good.
thank you.
I hear you guys are having that conversation again. Why did my contributions go up this year?
Yeah, but why is it going up?
You know, that's a very good question, and it needs a good answer. I'll try my best. So James understands that nobody wants to be paying more. You know, it's especially with medical aid, but they've tried to keep the increases as low as possible.
You're right. Not everyone understands why we increase every year. Last year it was 13.4. Oh, it was expensive. I almost died.
Only expensive until we got the actual numbers. Remember, the value we got for that increase outweighed the contribution. So yeah, I think we were just being dramatic.
That's actually very correct. You know, actually, let me help you with something, just so you understand how this works. So let's say this is James, and everything in here is what they use to pay out claims. Now, what you see here is that 25% reserves. Now, it can't go lower than that because the scheme needs to stay healthy, right? And, okay, I'll get your contributions now. Hold on. Let me do this.
Sure.
Yeah. So, now, we'll say these are the members' contributions and these are the subsidies from the employer. All right? Before I explain why contributions increase, let me start by explaining how a medical scheme works, because you have to understand the one to understand the other. Now, imagine this is James, and the jelly beans represent the contributions that members make and the subsidy paid by the employer. Firstly, let's talk about reserves. This is how James starts each year. The reserves are the jelly beans left over from the previous years after claims and other expenses have been paid. Gems is not for profit. Its purpose is not to make a profit at all, and all reserves stay in the container and belong to the members. Reserves don't stay at the same level. They change constantly. In years when members' claims were less, the levels of the reserves go up. In years that the members claim more, the reserves of the levels go down. For example, during the COVID pandemic, claims were low. Although many people were seriously ill and sought medical attention, most of them stayed at home and only visited doctors when it was absolutely necessary. There were fewer hospital admissions. This meant that claims were lower, which in turn increased our reserve levels. Did you know that for several years, GEMS deliberately used these reserves to shield members from steep contribution increases, resulting in more than 10 billion in direct savings and enhanced member benefits. Now, by law, however, GEMS must keep the reserve levels above 25%, which means these funds can't be used to pay claims. Then we add the contributions from the members and the subsidies paid by the employer. Right, that's a member's contribution, and then the subsidies from the employer. Here, book. What we've got is a healthy scheme and healthy reserves. And this is what everyone benefits from, because this is where you pull from. Okay, let me actually show you now how that works. Now, you'll also see that the jelly beans don't have names on them. If you contribute 2 blue jelly beans, it doesn't mean that those 2 jelly beans are for my healthcare expenses. All of the jelly beans are used for all members when they need them. This means that healthy members support those who are sick, ensuring that even if one member contributes only 2 jelly beans per month, that the member can still be covered for a liver transplant that costs 200 jelly beans or chronic medication that costs 10 jelly beans per month. So GEMS is really a community of people contributing to the well-being of the community, almost like a stokvel. Let's say you go to the GP and the GP costs you 1 jelly bean. Now there's medicine that needs to come out of there. Let's say that is 3 jelly beans. Now they say, Ish, you need to be hospitalized, unfortunately. What happens there? There. You see, it's not just the 2 that you put in, it's also not just the 6 that you put in. You actually benefit from the group.
You know, I was complaining about the increases, but I heard that James paid for one member more than 18 million. Not different things. He had a bleeding disorder and he was admitted in hospital. The first claim the hospital submitted was more than 11 million, and thereafter more than 6 million. In total, as I said, more than 18 million. Do you know how much money that is? And James covered it all.
Sure, collega. I also know about this poor child, 15 years old, was in hospital, and the bill came to over 4 million rand just for that one dependent.
And this is why it's important to pay your GEMS contributions. So you see our little stokvel here, this community, it's for everybody. No matter how much you contribute, you still get the benefits there.
Not individual, as a family.
Yes.
So my 2 jelly beans can even support your big family.
Yes. That brings me to the question of why contributions increase. Things change from year to year, and GEMS must plan carefully to ensure that there are enough jelly beans to meet the needs of its members. Several factors contribute to the increase in contributions. One of the reasons for the annual increase is inflation. The cost of healthcare, like doctors, hospitals, and labs, increasing every year. So a GP visit in 2025 may cost 5 jelly beans, and in 2026 it will cost 7 jelly beans. Then you get our aging members. As members age, they use more benefits. A younger member may not go to the GP once or twice a year, but as they get older, their visits increase. People all over the world, and also GEMS members, are getting sicker because of unhealthy lifestyles. The burden of disease is increasing. With members having an increased amount of chronic diseases, more conditions mean more costs. There's fraud, waste, and abuse, burden of disease, and costs. Everything has gone up considerably, but GEMS has made sure that they keep everything at the lowest that they can. So your doctors have gone up, your medication, hospitals, there's new medications even, and the special technology for everything that happens.
Okay, but hold on. I heard that GEMS is more affordable than any other medical aid in the industry.
Exactly. And GEMS is 23% more affordable than any other products in the similar market.
Is that with or without subsidy?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is without the subsidy. Now, can you imagine with the subsidy, it's even more affordable.
No.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Do you guys know if there are any changes to the options this year?
Yes, there are actually, just a few. Ruby is now a network hospital option. So it means that all the members that are on Ruby need to use the extensive network on the GEMS list. And it's for all scheduled in-hospital procedures.
Okay, but that's not bad because most members anyway know the benefit of using a network and they are using the network already.
Yeah, and the network is extensive with lots of good hospitals. And it makes sure that you don't get in a surprise pulse.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, Tanzanite One also has a change. It limits all its members to 9 GP visits per member per year.
Okay, but I still don't understand. If I use my 9 and I'm sick, what must I do?
Then you just call into our toll-free number and you've got your pre-authorization.
That makes sense. Well, at least that will stop the members from using the benefit if they need a sick day.
Nee, collega, moenie lelik wees nie. Sommige mense is regtig siek. Maar ek hoor wat jy sê, ek stem saam, daar is baie abuse wat gebeur en dis wat hy net van gepraat het van mense wat fraud, waste en abuse. So, ek hoor jou, ek stem saam. Maar sy ten minste is die opsie daar vir mense wat dit regtig nodig het. Hulle kan inbel na hulle 9de besoek. Kan hulle inbel na die toll-free center wat gratis is. So ja.
So GEMS has made sure that there's a sufficient pool of funds for all their members. So the increase is as low as possible still.
You can still pay the claims.
Yeah, at least we know what we're paying for and we understand that we are subsidizing each other.
Yes.
Because we don't know what life throws our way, so we know that we have that big pool. If there's
That
an
we can share.
eventuality, we all share. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ashim, you did pay attention in that class.
I did. Have a good lunch.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.